Joining us from the National Tropical Severe Weather Conference is Jim Clifford. He's a severe weather planning expert and a senior underwriter for USAA Insurance. Welcome, Jim Clifford.
Thank you for having me.
Jim, tell us about the National Tropical Weather Conference and what it's doing to help consumers.
Absolutely. This is a fantastic conference, and it's really about the science behind the storms and getting the predictions associated with those storms more and more accurate. And in addition, it's about educating the public about the need to prepare now in advance of those storms actually happening, because the crisis situation is no time to try to be thinking about all the things that you need to do.
If we live in an area with the potential for this kind of extreme weather, what do you suggest we do to be ready?
Well, really, I think it's important to just start with a plan, right? What are you and your family members going to do in the event of an extreme storm? So be thinking about that, how you will evacuate, alternate routes for that evacuation in case something's impacted perhaps by the weather already or traffic in that situation. But just really be visualizing what you and your family will do, how you will stay in touch in the event of an emergency.
What can you do to prepare and protect your property?
There's so many things that people can do, and again, that advanced planning provides the advantage of thinking about what you can do to protect water intrusion from coming into your home. Most people at the coast will have window shutters, right? But what people can do that are not near the coast that have the potential to be impacted is they can buy plywood and cover their windows with that. They can also caulk around any openings in their home. It's all about preventing water intrusion.
And tell me exactly, how does this help a business? I know that, of course, the statistics are that maybe 70 to 80% don't reopen after a disaster.
Right, business owners really have some of the same risks as homeowners do. But at the same time, it's more extreme because it's impacting them in their pocketbooks. So really, they want to protect their business. And it's all about resiliency, right? So if you have the time to think in advance, much like a homeowner, what do you need to do for that crisis situation? Be prepared for 3 days potentially with no water and no electricity. And the time is now to make that plan, not when you're about to have the storm impact you.
What should we do about making sure we have the proper insurance?
There could be, in a hurricane situation, the need for 3 different policies. Your routine homeowner's policy is not going to cover you for flood insurance. And flood is anything to do with rising water. And a lot of folks don't realize about flood insurance is that it has a 30-day window. You have to buy it, and it doesn't become effective until 30 days later. Also, there's, in some of the coastal situations, there's some counties where windstorm coverage is only available through a pool. So again, I encourage everybody, again, while you're planning in advance, to really contact their insurance agent and go over what their needs might be in a crisis situation.
What are some of the supplies you'd keep on hand in case of an emergency?
Being prepared with your go bag in case you have to evacuate with important documents and papers, and then potentially being trapped for 3 days with no water and no electricity is an important thing to prepare for. You want to have a gallon of water for each of your family members, and also you want to consider your pets. A lot of times they're forgotten and only remembered until it's too late, right? They have the same needs as people from the standpoint of water and food. And medications sometimes. So again, it's the hygiene products, the medications, all of those things that it's important, again, to survive that 3 days potentially. And I'll tell you, some of the things that I have found that are really important lately is something like a solar cell phone charger, right? Who would think that that is a need, until you actually find yourself with no power and your phone's going dead, right? That's when you want that solar phone charger.
We all think of tropical storms as being something from Florida or the Gulf Coast, but they can go all the way up to New England. Think of Superstorm Sandy, and of course the West Coast is just as vulnerable.
Absolutely, in the storms in the recent years, the impacts have been seen very widely in the interior of the country. So I think it's just important for everybody to be aware and again, make those plans in advance.
Where can we go to find out more information about preparing for hurricane season?
The USA.com/help is a great resource for you to find out all kinds of information about what you can do to prepare in the advance of that crisis situation.
And Jim Clifford with USAA Insurance from the National Tropical Severe Storm Conference.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Check out businessfirstam.com to find out where to see our entire show. And don't forget to like, follow, and share Business First AM.